Hey guys, it's me again. Second video. I didn't think I'd be doing this again, but my first video actually got more than one view, and it wasn't just for me. I actually got 2 subscribers, and yes, one of them is my friend, but still counts. So I want to thank everyone that watched it. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm new to this, and I don't know, just felt like speaking out about things that I see that I don't quite agree with. I just got out of the shower, so I'm not such a mess like I was yesterday. My video today is about another Marvel star. Sorry, Sebastian, but your video was yesterday. Today, it's about Chris Evans. I know you're thinking, yes, let's react to Chris Evans. And yes, I do love Chris Evans. My Captain America mug is over there with my Supernatural poster. But I am a self-proclaimed, there you go, that's the word. You know, to get it. Self-proclaimed Iron Man girl. But Endgame screwed everybody up. Don't want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about Chris because he's been doing so much for the past few years that I kind of just wanted to give him an applause. Like, you go, dude. First, I want to start off with Dodger. If you don't know Dodger, you need to know Dodger. Dodger is Chris's rescue dog, which he got right here in Georgia, in Savannah while filming Gifted. Dodger is coming off hip surgery because some not very nice person shot him in the hip with a BB gun. Yeah. I just read Chris's new USA Today article, and he said he's healing well. He took the cone off Dodger's neck, and of course, like any dog, he's annoyed by his sore on his thigh, but overall he's doing well. The fandom adores Dodger. I mean, they like this much love him more than Chris himself, which is all good and well. I mean, Dodger deserves all the love, but you ever see a tweet and you're thinking, that's kind of weird? Yeah, I've been seeing a few of those lately, especially since he announced that he was getting surgery, and then he got the surgery, and then the week after he's had the surgery. I kind of want to be like, you do realize he's not your dog. Like, you can send him love. Like, on the day of his surgery, I sent good vibes to both Chris and Dodger. But when you get to the point where you're like sending out, you know, like, I hurt because he hurts, little weird. Like, don't be that person. Just don't make it weird. Like, you can ask how Dodger is and stuff like that, but don't like demand photos or updates. It's really rude, and it goes back to entitlement. You are not entitled to information about Chris Evans's dog. Sorry. We can love him. We do love him. But there's a line. Just don't cross the line. It's weird. The next topic about Chris is, I know the Emmy nominations came out and everybody was like, he got snubbed. Defending Jacob got snubbed. I watched Defending Jacob. If you haven't seen it, it's an 8-part series on Apple TV. You should see it. He plays Andy Barber. It also stars Michelle Dockery and Jade Martell, and they're absolutely wonderful. And I don't think Chris or the cast or the show itself needs a nomination to show and to acknowledge how good the show is. The show's good. Otherwise, he wouldn't have spent half his quarantine doing interviews talking about the show. I mean, people took notice. Andy Barber is absolutely one of his best roles. And I'm not going to be upset because they're not immediately handing him trophies. Chris Evans is going to get a trophy one day. He's just that good of an actor. Which segues into my next little thing about Chris. It was announced that he is doing a Netflix movie with Ryan Gosling. Yay for us fangirls. 2 very sexy men in a movie. It's written and directed by the Russo brothers, if I'm correct. Of course, you know, the Russo brothers from the Avengers and stuff like that, and a lot of people have different opinions of them, but I trust them. I mean, they did really well with Chris Hemsworth's movie on Netflix, so I don't see why they wouldn't do well with these 2 actors who are seasoned veterans, and they've worked with Chris numerous times, so I don't see why the movie itself won't be good. It's based on a book series, from what I read, and from what I also read, Chris will not be the main character. He will be just in this first movie. Ryan Gosling is the main character. It's actually centered around him and his character. So sorry to anyone who didn't know that. I didn't mean to burst your bubble. I just thought I should get that out there. So that's the baby news and Dodger. I also wanted to speak a little bit about his relationships. One in particular that happened earlier this month. He was seen with a woman. Yes. Not just any woman. An actress that I enjoy watching. She's in one of my favorite movies, which is Baby Driver. She was also in Mamma Mia 2, Here We Go Again. She's going to be in the new Netflix movie, the adaptation of Rebecca with Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer is also someone I love. I love Armie. I'm talking about Lily James. Chris went to London over the 4th of July weekend and was spotted with her twice. A lot of Tumblr blogs said it was PR. A lot of Twitter people were excited because he's dating Cinderella. Again, not our business. He did not get nearly as much hate as Sebastian did for not wearing a mask. Maybe it's because the second time they saw them was at the park and he had a bandana over his face. So maybe that helps a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's a double standard. Either way, still not your business. Chris has said multiple times that he wants a wife, he wants kids, he wants tradition, he wants family. He wants to carve pumpkins and put the star on top of the tree. He really is like just this big teddy bear. It's adorable. And one day he's going to get that. And I hope whoever the woman is, as long as it's not Jeannie Slate. Yeah, I said it. I'm not a fan. But no matter who the woman is, I hope us as a fandom can accept her for who she is, whether she's famous or not. And we don't find flaws in her just because we love him. Because again, we don't have a chance. And we're not entitled to know anything about what he does or who he's with. And in his past relationships, he's been very private, and I think we should continue to let him set his own pace. It's different with Sebastian and his lady because it happened so quickly. Which I guess with Chris, people just weren't expecting it, but Chris has been single for a while now. So, like I said, give the guy a break. Like Sebastian, I mean, if he wants to date, even if it's all the way in London, let him date. Even if he just wants to get laid, let him get laid. Jeez, poor guy probably needs it. He was quarantined with his brother, who I love, by the way. Shout out to Scott Evans. I love you. So does my friend Danny. And lastly, I wanted to talk about how proud I am of Chris for a starting point. Yesterday I said in my video I was 26. I'm actually 25. I'll be 26 in November. But that's not the point. The point is, I've never voted a day in my life. I'm not voting this election. I don't want to hear it. I have my reasons. I've never voted because I've never had a candidate that I believe in. None that's really said anything that made a difference to me personally. And until then, I don't feel like it's right for me just to pick somebody because somebody's telling me to do what they do and so forth and so on. But I think it's very admirable of an actor of his caliber to go to Washington and meet with people that are politicians and have ran for president, and it's amazing to me that he was not afraid to put himself out there in that way. And so far, from what I've seen, he's gotten such great feedback. And I've looked at the website, and for someone who is not a political person, for someone who doesn't vote, for someone who is in their mid-20s, it helps a lot to look at something like that and know that I'm not alone in not knowing what certain things mean. Not knowing how certain people feel about this, but know they feel about this. It really makes you, figure which way you lean. I grew up in a Republican family. I don't say I'm either. I have my beliefs, but I also believe in doing what you want, and it's up to you, and you have the power. And I do think you should vote. If you're watching this, vote for me, since I'm not doing it. But check out his website, astartingpoint.com. Check out the Twitter at ASP. Check out the Instagram at ASP. Just give support to Chris and all the hard work that he and the rest of the guys did, because he actually said in the USA article that he probably did more work on that than he has ever done on a movie set, and he should be acknowledged for that. So I'm acknowledging you, Chris Evans, for that. I adore Chris Evans, so I went so hard on him in this video, or his fandom, even though there is a few that, just a few, that I think are odd, and I wish they would stop doing certain things. Like, please stop photoshopping Scarlett Johansson's head on any woman he's seen with. That's so weird. And I do not like shipping at all. Not that I'm going to tell you not to do it, because that's your business. But there's shipping and there's obsessiveness. And I don't do the Photoshop thing. I've even seen people put their own head on somebody else's head that's standing next to him. That's weird. We are not that fandom. Don't be weird and like scare him away. He's a good person. He's got a good heart. And yes, we can all love Dodger, but Dodger's Chris's dog. And don't be mad about the Emmy. Be proud of his work. And wait for him and Gosling on TV. Because it's going to be beautiful, literally. And like I said, check out his political website, because he deserves the recognition for even trying it. Because not many would. So, again, I'm not wearing a Rolling Stone shirt, so I can't say anything. But go Dogs. Again, I hope you have a very safe but fun weekend. And always be kind to each other, love each other, and peace and love from me.